Today's agenda will be talking about BDD, which is behavior driven development. Okay, behavior driven development. And as we have already covered, most of the part of Java, Selenium, and page object model. This is the right time to understand this thing and implement it. Okay. So behavior driven development is a development technique. It is not testing technique. Okay, hold on. Fine. So when we say it's a development technique, it is the way of how software development should be started, how the requirements should come to the team, and how they will understand it, how they will implement it, how they will test it then. And it's about this, not the technical part. It's not a kind of technical user interface kind of framework or technical backend framework. No, no, no. It is the way how software, uh, the requirements will be delivered. Okay. What happens in the BDD is when the requirement will come, it will come in a specific format. And why we are saying it is BDD? Because it is based on how user will interact with the system. So the emphasis is more on how user will interact or behave with the system. Okay. So one way of saying a requirement is this. Let's say one way of saying the requirement is something like this. Something like, let's say when we say login page should work when, or let me write like this, login page should display error when invalid credential. Okay, this is one way of writing a requirement, but there may be another way. There may be other ways also. So for example, given user given user user is on home page when user navigates to login page and user specifies invalid credential and user clicks on login button, then error invalid login should be displayed, right? So this is one way of writing or getting a requirement. This is another way. Okay? This is also fine. We cannot say this is bad. This is also fine. And this is also fine. But more descriptive is this. More descriptive and in a way more clear is this, that what user will do to reach to this condition, right? Now, what will happen when somebody will read this? Login page should display when invalid credential. So the developer's focus will be more on just showing the error. The developers focus will be more on login page and how the error should be displayed. But then there are a lot of questions. What kind of user it is, how user will go to the login page. See, reaching to the login page, there may be 5 different ways. It's not always clicking on the login. When you pass from the URL, right, you just add login, maybe by that also you are reaching to the login page. When you are doing a logout, right, you automatically comes to the login page, right? So it is not talking about anything related to that. It is just talking about displaying the error, right? That too, there is no error mentioned, what kind of error will come. So there will be a lot of discussion. There will be a lot of discussion. Once you will get the requirement, you will again connect with the business analyst. You will connect with, product people, and you will clarify the things, correct? Now, this is also fine, but this is the way how behavior driven development will happen. And now things are clear step by step, what kind of user they are, from where they are coming, what is their actions, right? What is the action from the system side, right? There may be again some questions, that is fine. But this will be referred by developer and at the same time test engineer as well. And they will collectively ask the question to the product people or the BAs on the same ticket. Okay, let me clarify one question, doubt also. This should be written by the business analyst or the product people. Okay, this should come as in your Jira ticket as it is from your BAs or the product people, and this will be used as it is in your code. Okay, then only BDD will be fruitful. If test engineer themselves will write this thing, this is not going to helpful. Okay, so if you want to follow BDD properly, this should come from the BAs, okay, which is not happening 80% of the cases. I can say the companies are not following. Okay, that's why, BDD sometimes, it's not successful. Fine. So that is about behavior driven development part. Now to implement it, there are a lot of tools available. Tools means, when we say tools, it's not always some kind of software or the library, right? Tools can be anything. So one of the tool is Gherkin. So Gherkin is language. Gherkin is language. Gherkin is language or way of writing the things based on given, when, then. Okay. So what is given? Given is prerequisite. Given is generally related to what? Prerequisite. That, okay, you are an admin user, you are an account user, you are a student, something like that, or you possess particular thing, right? That is given. When is basically steps. So you can have multiple steps, right? And then is actually like outcome. What will happen when you do this thing? So it's like, then given these are my prerequisite, when user follows this is the step, then this will be outcome. So then part is very important. Generally your last step will always be then, like, okay, then this should happen. So this is a kind of validation step. Generally, this will include your validation. Then part will have some kind of validation or assertion. Then what is cucumber? Some people say cucumber. It's fine. Some people say cucumber. That is also fine. So What is cucumber? It's now you can say this provide a kind of framework. Okay, this suggests some kind of framework. Okay, but don't say it's a BDD framework. People are using it in a wrong way. People are saying it in a wrong way. Generally, people say, okay, I'm saying it's not BDD. Okay, don't say BDD means cucumber. BDD means cucumber. It's not like that. It's like saying um, it's like saying um, summer fruit means mango. It's okay. You cannot generalize it, right? That in summer only mango you have. No, no. Though the what we say in terms of quantity, you will get more on the mango, right? But cucumber means not BDD. BDD is a concept. It's a behavior-driven development. It is not related to cucumber. BDD is a concept. How you develop your software. Read about it. There are a lot of blogs available, right? Read and understand it. Cucumber supports BDD. Okay. Cucumber supports BDD, but BDD is not dependent on the cucumber. It's like this. Cucumber can support BDD. Okay. So cucumber is supports the BDD for testing. If somebody will ask me exactly what is BDD, I will give this answer. I will not say any other word. I will simply say cucumber supports the behavior-driven development for testing part, right? And to implement this, then you can explain that. To implement this, we do this thing. We use Gherkin to design the requirement and all, right? Fine. Let's talk about setting up Cucumber. So there is official website for the Cucumber, which is cucumber.io. Let me put it in note. Yes. Documentation also available about what is Cucumber, how it works. That is also available here. Fine. Let's go to the official doc. What it is saying, I'm not going to the theoretical part, but it is showing you that scenario will be written like this. Uh, Breaker guesses a word. This is the scenario. Given the maker has chosen a word, when breaker makes a guess, then the maker is asked to score. Something like this. Very simple example here. But what is Gherkin? Gherkin. Gherkin is a set of grammar rules. It is more of set of grammar rules that makes plain text structure enough for Cucumber to understand the scenario. Right. So what is the purpose of Gherkin? Unambiguous executable specification means there should be, we are tends to zero ambiguity. When you read this, there is no ambiguity. Things are very clear. Things are very clear what user will do and what he or she will get in response from the system, right? So when you say user is on home page, that means user is able to go to the home page. When user navigates to login page means user is doing something which will leads him to go to the login page. User specified invalid credential from in the login page, obviously, and then user clicks on login button, then error invalid login should be displayed. So in terms of ambiguity, it's less, or there is no ambiguity here. So we are going through unambiguous executable specification. Now Gherkin will help you on automating the Cucumber way, document how the system actually behaves, right? It's like this. So that's it. So again, do you think Gherkin is Cucumber, Cucumber is Gherkin? That is also a wrong statement. If somebody will say Gherkin is Cucumber, Cucumber is Gherkin. Yeah. Don't mix it. All these things are different. BDD is a concept. Cucumber it supports BDD for testing part. Gherkin is not Cucumber. Cucumber is not. Gherkin is again a language or set of it's written there, right? Grammatical thing. Set of grammar rules. So it is English. Gherkin is a kind of English statements with a specific grammar rule by which you can write your requirements. So do you think we have to automate it? No. If your company thinks that, no, we don't have to automate, then fine. It's fine. You do not automate, but your requirement will still come in this format. That's fine. If you want to automate, use Cucumber. Okay. If you want to automate, use Cucumber. So Cucumber supports the BDD for testing part, especially the automation part. Okay. Now okay. I want to show you more example for the Gherkin. Maybe there will be something. No, it's fine. Let me check. Yeah, this tutorial's point has some example uh, related to more on the Gherkin side. So you should read those. Okay. But let me go through if we have given login example, that is enough. But let me see if more example is there. So feature will be there given, yeah, same thing it is talking about. That's it. That's it. But you can read more about it. See here, there's a complete Cucumber tutorial, feature, scenario, annotation, and all. So it's better you guys should go through it, okay, and understand this in detail. I am going practical way. Set up Cucumber. That we have to understand how to set up this. So Cucumber is again library jar which you can add in your project. Same as you added Selenium, same as you added TestNG. Cucumber also has jars. Somebody invented it. Okay. And same thing, like in TestNG, you to get all the support of TestNG way of writing classes and the other things, right? So we had that thing, correct? So let me go there. In Eclipse, you have to add something that I will show you. If we will go by this, are they suggesting anything like adding something? Yeah. Yeah. Let's search in Google. Cucumber Java setup or installation. So step by step, somebody will suggest yes. something like this in tutorial point itself, but has somebody suggested it like one by one, what you have to do. Yeah, this is also fine. Medium.com. So don't shy away on, checking different blogs. Somebody will tell you like, okay, step by step, do these things, right? Okay. So this is for Ruby. This is for Ruby. We want it for Java programming. So I'm stopping it here. Medium. So Medium is blogging or articles space. Okay. Yeah, this one is good, I think. This one is good, where it is talking about everything, what you have to do and all. By default, Cucumber works with JUnit. Okay. It doesn't mean that it will not work with TestNG. But when it was invented, right? So it was working with JUnit. Then we can work with TestNG also. Okay, this one is good. Let me give you this. This looks good, and we will follow that. Okay. But then you may be thinking, what is the difference then? Are we going to do something new? No. Let's understand. You already have a framework, so don't disturb that. You already have framework, correct? So in framework, I am assuming what are the things we have? We have our pom.xml to handle the dependency. We have test cases, test classes. Let's assume test classes. You don't have to do anything with that. You have page elements. You don't have to touch it. You have reports. You don't have to change anything there. So you already have framework where you're following page object model. Correct. Nothing to touch. All things are fine. Only thing is the way of writing the test case will be different. There are two new things will be added. There will be two new things will be added. One is step def and another thing is scenario. Two layers we are adding. Otherwise things are same. So what are the new things we are adding? We are adding feature file. Feature files. Okay. And we will add step def. Step definition. That is a step def. That's it. Feature file will interact with step definition. Okay. And step definition will interact with page actions. That's it. Only difference is the test cases will be written in a particular way. Test cases will be written in a particular way. That's the difference. So let's implement that part now.